Hello guys, welcome back to Mark Shrimp Tanks. In today's video I'm going to show you how I separate my shrimp from my plants, because this was an asked question on the last video. So the best way to do this, guys, is get yourself a couple of white buckets, because you'll be able to see even the smallest, tiniest shrimp possible in a white bucket, right? They show up really clearly when you look down through the water column into a bucket like this, right? So the plan today, guys, is we do a water change. We're going to take out probably about 20 litres of water, and we're going to keep that water in these two buckets, right? And that's quite important. Then we're going to add our plants from the tank that we want to remove, because this one's kind of getting a little bit overgrown. I would like to see some light hitting the bottom of the tank. So we're going to remove some of the plants. And then the idea is as simple as this, guys, right? We're going to place the plants into one bucket, let them sit in the water for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to remove all the plants by hand manually into the next bucket, right? And then we're going to use our eyes. We're going to let the water settle a little bit, and then we're going to use our eyes and net out any shrimp that are in the buckets. Guys, we're simply going to take masses of plant material out of the tanks with our hand, right? And the best way you can do this, guys, is just to try and give the plants a little bit of a sugar. You can see how many baby shrimp are here. Best way you can do this is just give the plants a little bit of a sugar like this. Up and down, right? And you should see a lot of the little shrimp and stuff going away to the sides. And this tank is just absolutely full of plants. And no matter how many times you sugar it like this, there's always going to be shrimp within the plants themselves, right? So you want to break off enough of the plant mass here that it's all going to go in the bucket at one time. Now, you don't want it all trailing all over the place, right? So try and do it so that you're cutting off a certain amount of plant material. That val has grown an awful lot for a cutting it just in there. But you can see all the shrimp still in there hanging on. You see them? Up and down. Give it a good sugar and then let it drip. And you're going to want to do this part quite quick, guys, and that is into the bucket like that and put it down. And if we've done this correctly, right, there should be like a minimal amount of shrimp that come off into the tub below. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to give this a few minutes like this, just moving it back and forward, and we're going to try and dislodge any shrimp that's in here. Shrimp farm, it has been a good 10 minutes. Let's start to transfer these plants here into the second tub, right? And it's the same thing again, guys. You just want to dunk it, that's the proper word, dunk it in and out as much as you can, right? And you want to do this part a little bit quick. You want to transfer it to the second bucket. Now, from my experience, guys, you can still find shrimp in the second bucket. Sometimes I do this even with the third bucket, right? And you still always get the odd straggler that hangs on even into a third bucket. So this part here is worth doing twice. So once we've cleared all the shrimp out of this tub, all this plant material will go back across to here, and then we'll check this one, right? When you get no shrimp, that is the time that you can move your plants and stuff to another tank, right? So let's continue to get this all out as much as possible. Dunking it up and down, like so. And yeah, I'll probably be quite surprised at the amount of snails and stuff in. Yeah, I can see a lot of shrimp already. So you guys, you can see, right, just the sheer amount of dunking that we did. And yeah, I can still see an awful lot of shrimp in this container. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to try and take away a lot more of this loose stuff here just in the top with a little net. Let me see if I have one here. Little shrimp net is perfect for this bit, just this bit here, just to clear the surface so we can actually see down quite well. Right, and you just want to go side to side, back and forward like this, you see? And I'm going to put this stuff here in this little net into this one as well, because yeah, there's probably a high chance that there's baby shrimp in here as well. So I'll come back again in another couple of minutes. I'm going to let this settle completely. We'll probably stick it up there under the light, and then we can see just how many baby shrimps in this batch. Right, guys, the moment of truth. Let's have a little look. How much did we get in the first batch here? Right, I can already see baby shrimp. I'm not really sure how much these shrimp will come out on camera because I'm using my GoPro here. But you can see down this side, down here in the wall, there's a baby shrimp. There is a couple of really tiny little baby shrimp. There's one there, little baby shrimp. I can see just a few really small tear top baby shrimp as well. So we probably saved about 6 or 7 baby shrimp just doing this one thing with this. Right, and I'm going to show you guys the way, another one there. I'm going to show you guys the way that I deal with what's left here, right, because you can do it the manual way, which is using a shrimp net and catch all the baby shrimp. Like, I might do that for this, or I might do it a different way. I think I might show you the different way first because it's just the easiest way, right? But you have to be careful because if the shrimp are mega tiny, like this one here is probably about 2 weeks old that you can't see. If they're mega tiny, if they're newborn, like glass-sized little things, don't do it this way. I'm going to show you because, yeah, there's a chance that you might kill them. Right, so let's get yourself a bucket like this. You're going to need a bigger net like this, and this is even a baby shrimp safe net. This one, it has little holes in it that are probably about 1/2 mil. So I like to put this over a bucket, like so. And I probably have to find somewhere to sit you guys while I do this. Maybe you can look down like this, as long as you don't tip over. And what we're going to do, guys, is we're just going to grab that entire bucket and we're going to transfer the water from this container to that container, and we're just going to do it slowly. Right, so in it goes. If we do this slowly enough, all the baby shrimp and stuff that are in here will be fine, right? I guarantee that they will be fine. It's when you go gung-ho and put stuff in too fast, right? So we're just going to give this a little shake, make sure all the baby shrimp are to the front side, and in you go. Like so. And you want to check the pail because you want to make sure that there's no shrimp left in here right now, right? Because all the snails, you see all the snails, I'll save all these guys as well. They'll go back into the tank, but it's quite important that you save all the baby shrimp first because they won't survive at the water as long as all these little snails, right? So next you would grab your net like this that has all those lovely snails and stuff in it and shrimp, right? And you're going to go over to your tank. And all you're going to do, guys, is turn it upside down like that, and make sure all of the net goes in contact with the water, and you give it on more sugars like this, and all the baby shrimp will come off. See how easy this is? Now the other way you could do this is, as I said, is manually go through all of your shrimp and take them out with a little shrimp net like this that I showed you before, right? But it just takes too long doing it that way, right? You're better doing it this way. And guys, us just doing it that way, right, we saved probably about 7 or 8 shrimp, and if you look back here, we've removed about half the plant mass from this side. So let's get this bucket taken care of, and then I'm going to move over to the hornwort because I have noticed that hornwort tends to hold more baby shrimp than the val on this side, right? I've just noticed that's the way it is. There is probably more for the baby shrimp to hold on the hornwort. So let's do that next. Right, guys, so this is the second bucket, and let's have a little look. Can you see any baby shrimp? There's one there. Is there any more? Is there any more? So this was the second batch, remember, that we've already dunked once before. It was dunked twice, so this is the water that is left. Is there no more shrimp? I thought there would be more than one, but again, there's another one right at the end there. You see it? You can see past that glare, there's another shrimp there. So because there's only 2, yeah, that one's very small. You see it going around the side of the bucket? Because there's only 2 here, what I'll probably do is just net these out, and then we're going to dunk the plants one last time from this bucket back into this water, and then I'll check that water there, and if there's nothing, I'll dump all the plants. I'm going to compost these plants because I just have too much in my tanks, and like so my crayfish tank underneath there, guys, is just so full of plants. On my tub there, you can see it's just so full of duckweed as well. I need to do this thing that I'm showing you now and get rid of some of the plants so some of the light can actually get to the bottom. Alright guys, so this is the third bucket that we did, swapping the plants backwards and forwards, and to be honest, I can't see any shrimp at all in here, which is a good thing because, yeah, you don't want to be doing this all day. It's quite monotonous looking for shrimp in a bucket like this, right? So what I can see in here though is some larger Malaysian trumpet snails that managed to hang on to the plants. There's quite a few little seed shrimp and stuff in here. I can see a bigger ram's horn snail. So what I'll do as well, guys, is I'll actually do the same trick that I showed you before, passing all this water here through that net, and then all the stuff that's in the net will go into the tank, and we'll save all these guys as well. A lot of you guys won't like sea shrimp and stuff, but I love all the little animals that live in the tanks, like all these little tiny snails and whatever else. And yeah, guys, that is it. That is how you separate all your baby shrimp from your plants, right? Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Happy shrimp keeping.